So if you're injured on the job, definitely report right away to your employer what happened. By law, your employer is required to give you what's called an 801 form to fill out and offer you the workers' compensation coverage that they subscribe to. But at the scene, you want to know what happened. So if it's a coworker, it's pretty easy. If it's somebody else, for example, a subcontractor on a job site, if you're a delivery person and a vehicle runs a red light, hits you, absolutely gather the evidence of who else was involved. That would include their identification, ideally a driver's license, and any insurance information, because you could have what's called a third-party claim in addition to your workers' comp claim. And things get pretty tricky, but you definitely need to know who was involved on the other side. If it's a car crash, for example, you probably want to call the police so they can do their investigation, get involved, record who was there at the scene, the witness information, take the statements. It's a really good way to lock down people in terms of what they saw in real time and not ask them months down the line what they remember. In addition to that, obviously, you whether you fill out your 801 form or not, if you go to the hospital, just know you should have workers' compensation coverage to cover that. Your employer will set all that up. So keep seeing the doctors. It should be covered under workers' comp. It's not going to come out of your pocket. And make sure you follow their orders, because if you don't, you could violate your duty to mitigate your own damages and it could cause you problems down the line. And then finally, you'd like to call a lawyer, ideally. Workers' compensation law is tricky. Workers' compensation carriers like to cut people out of their damages and argue that certain injuries or treatment is not related. So the sooner you get a lawyer involved, the better you are to protect your interests.